Hi guys. So I've got a smaller haul than what I normally do. Even though it's a smaller haul, it's some pretty pricey stuff. Not grails or anything, but a lot of my budget for toys this week went towards the Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang statues over there. Um, I wasn't planning on buying those this week, but they became available at GameStop, and I just had to go ahead and get them. Um, are you not working? There we go. That doesn't really help much, does it? Nope. Anyway, um, so let's go ahead and jump in, and see what we got. So I'm gonna bring this in and put this down here. So first up is these accessories. So a gentleman on Facebook had been selling some weapons, and I asked him if he had any Toxic Crusader weapons, and he did. So look this guy up, Silver Clown Toys on Facebook. Um, yeah, he hooked me up really awesome with some weapons here. So we got, let me try to remember who's what. So let me first slide these over. So I've got this, and I want to say that this goes to Psycho, I think. And then I've got a bomb, and I want to say this goes to Kill 'Em Off, the main bad guy. And then we got one of Toxic's grenades. And then we've got a grenade for Major Disaster, this is the only weapon I have for him right now. And then we've got, hold on, could you even see that? Where was that? Maybe you could. Oh, I'll go back through it here. Psycho, I think Kill 'Em Off, Toxie, and Major Disaster, I think. I have to look at some pictures and see, double check, but I'm pretty sure that was who we went to. And this goes to, I always want to call him Dog Pound. Is it Dog Pound? The dog character from Toxic Crusader. Sorry, it's late at night and my brain's not functioning. And then here is Kill 'Em Off's gun. I'm gonna pull all my Toxic Crusaders out and kind of show you what I've got, and maybe you guys will be able to help me out with some stuff. Also, he included these little 3D resin prints. I think they're 3D resin. I don't know who this little guy is. But he's cool. Maybe one of the Toxic Crusader figures. I'm not sure. And this guy is the little head that comes with... What is under my fingernail there? Oh, my fingernail is bleeding. That's why. Anyway, sorry. This is the little head from... I can't remember his name, but it's a little Toxic Crusader head. It's a little resin copy of him. So, anyway. Those are something I wish I would have collected years ago and not had gotten rid of mine, because those things have drastically gone up in price. But I got lucky that he hooked me up with all this stuff for a good price, so. Next up, so let's just start over here. I got the new Target Splinter Pop. I didn't even know this guy was out. I don't really collect pops, but I've got all the Ninja Turtle ones right now, so at least the newer ones. I don't have any of the older ones. Anyway, I basically grabbed him because why not? He's Splinter. Next up, I got an extra Spawn Commando. This is the one I'm going to be opening. And the other one's going to stay in the box. But I really wanted to open this guy, so we'll have a review of him soon. And then next up, I'm going to spin over here. And I got an extra, not an extra, I got a Wraith. I did get an extra Wren though, which is good because my loose Wren doesn't have the hair. Even though I did just get a carded one of him. The main reason I got this is mine in the box was missing the deck. So I've got the deck, but now I've reached that weird stage where I've got so many other parts, like I kind of want to build another one. So this is going to be like one of those things where I end up having like, you know, 3 or 4 Technodromes, or you can't really see past the boxes there, but there might be 4 or 5 party wagons running around the place, and no one needs that. But anyway, now that I've got all these parts, it's like, man, I really want to build another one because there's so many good details on this thing that I really want to build one and paint it. So I may be on the lookout for another deck. We'll see. We will see. This one is missing a few parts, so who knows? Anyway, back to the main event. I did also have a Mandarin spawn, the red one from Target, come in, but when he came in, the head was off in the package, and it looked like it just came off the ball joint, but he's out in the car. I'm actually going to return him tomorrow, and see if I can find one that has the head on in the package, because I don't plan on opening him. Alright, so back to the main reason why I made this video, is that I got 3 items here that I purchased off of a Facebook Marketplace ad. So this guy had a bunch of stuff that I was really interested in, but I didn't really want to spend the money. He had this figure over here, which we'll get to in a sec. But I was like, I don't know. Anyway, so I had messaged him first about how much he wanted for this. This is the Kenner Shadow Strike Stinger with Dr. Viper. And I messaged him about this, and he shot me a really good price. And I kind of was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it right now. And he sent me a message, asked me if I was interested in it. I said yes. But I was also interested in a couple Beast Wars figures. He'd gotten rid of them. So mainly it was just this that he had. And I said, well, I wish I could afford the Black Arachnia. But I can't right now. And I said, do you by chance have an Inferno? Something like that. I can't remember how the conversation went. Long story short, he came back and said, hey, I have an Inferno that is missing a missile. Would you be interested in that? I said, yes, I would. Then he had mentioned the Black Arachnia with the box. It's complete down to the ties. Like, all the ties are in the box. I got the instruction manual here for. So, long story short, he made me a good price shipped. If you guys know Black Arachnia and Inferno, you know what these things are going for. I can tell you it is quite a bit more than what he had originally paid for it, which says it's C9 complete, $25. Man, I wish I could have found that. This is one of my biggest regrets of getting rid of my Beast Wars toys. I've mentioned this before, that when I was a kid, I was stupid and thought when I got into Spawn, I was like, well, Spawn is the best thing ever. That's all I want to collect. And someone told me that I took all my Beast Wars to a comic shop, and they said that none of the Beast Wars figures were worth anything. No one wants them. Most people just want the G1 vintage figures. So I was like, well, what's the point of keeping these things? I don't like them. At the time, I was like, I'm done collecting them. And instead of putting them in a box and just keeping them, like I should have, because it was instant regret. Like, I shouldn't have ever gotten rid of these. But one of my buddy's little brothers was getting into Beast Wars, and I thought, I'm going to be that nice guy and, you know, give him all my Beast Wars. Because I was like, I'm getting too old for this stuff. I don't need them. And he liked them. So, I found out a couple months later that his little brother took them all outside and set them up and shot them all with BB guns and destroyed every single one of them. And then at some point in time, most of them got ran over with a mower because he left them out in the yard, and his dad was one of those people like, you don't move your toys, I'm going to run them over with the mower. So all my Beast Wars were gone. Anyway, Inferno was one of the ones that I really regretted missing. So I did purchase this one a while back, but he was missing a lot. He was missing basically everything. I eventually purchased these legs, these two, off of eBay, and I may have purchased this section. Is that a... yeah. So I may have purchased that section, got that section with it. But he's still missing 2 legs there. The 2 big legs, and then the 2 missiles, and the inner gun that goes in there that actually shoots the missiles. So eventually I'll hopefully find the parts for him, but I'm getting close to having a complete one now. Once I get a missile for that guy, I might even do a custom paint job on this one, because he really, I don't want to cover up the transparent red, but I just want to add to it with maybe like a little bit of silver and stuff. But just, yeah. Anyway, so I also got Black Arachnia. Like I said, she is in beautiful shape. The metal is not flaking nearly as bad as it is on a lot of them. Even though a lot of people hate this figure, like I watched Bolt Matrix review on her, and he was not happy with her. She can't stand up on her own legs, so I've got a stand that she's standing up back there on. Pretty fiddly. The fangs are like, I mean, come on, they're stick out way too far. But I think it looks a little over the top and pretty damn awesome in my opinion. You can even switch her little Maximal logo. You can rotate it and go from Maximal to Predacon. And then she's got this little gun thing that shoots out and snatches on a string and stuff. So she's got some pretty cool stuff about her, and I'm happy with her. And she's a very expensive figure, so not one I thought about that I would own, but it was one of those things where, like, it wasn't the best deal. Like, I didn't find these things like this guy did for 25 bucks for Inferno. But it was a deal I could live with, even though they were still pretty pricey. I didn't plan on spending as much money as I did on these 3 things. But in my opinion, I was happy with it. So, I'm going to show you this Dr. Viper and Snare, because I'd never seen one of these before. And as you can tell, here's the size comparison. So there's a gun. If you know the size of Toxic Crusader's grenade, it's, you know, a quarter of the figure. So these are small. Definitely smaller than Mask. I had never seen one in person, and all the videos I'd seen compared them to Mask, but it's Mask on a, like, this guy is probably 3/4 of a Mask figure, maybe. Like, he's quite a bit smaller than a Mask figure. And their whole gimmick is you put these guys in water and they become transparent, and you take them out and put them in, you know, hot water or cold water, and their clothes come back. So they're supposed to look clear and invisible. I guess that's the whole point of their vehicles too. They're clear and you can see the inner workings of them, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I guess, because what's the whole point of being invisible if I can see your skeleton? I don't know. But it's just a cool concept. Mine is missing the front missile that goes in here, and I think it launches when you pull these wings back. Since I've never owned it, I don't know. But I'm not going to mess with it too much. And then you got these little lasers that go in. But you got to see this detailing on the inside of this. Like, They did a really good job detailing that. Like, I know some G.I. Joe vehicles that are quite a bit bigger that they didn't detail that well. And the G.I. Joe vehicles are probably more expensive. But, yeah, I would have dug this as a kid. I think these things are cool design. Yeah. Anyway, that is the haul video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you back here for the next one. Or tutorial or review, unboxing. Actually, I know the next video I'm going to do is going to be this spawn here. Which you guys will probably see before this video. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.